Hello everyone, my name is Sarah Ritt. I'm an artist and a tarot reader, and today's reading feels as if we are still in the process of finding our way out of murkier waters. And just a lot of the energy here just feels as if we're having a hard time seeing clearly within ourselves and really understanding what our true motivations are, maybe what's driving some of our actions. And also and I feel like it always comes back to this, but just trusting that we have a higher wisdom that we can listen into and really own the information that we receive from that place of higher, fuller, broader wisdom. So yeah, and I'm seeing that in a number of the cards that just speak to what we've come from and then what we're kind of in right now. Yeah, so you have this energy, High Priestess. This corresponds to Cancer, which is water. High Priestess always, to me, speaks to the depths of our psychic ability, our ability to listen in and just to know things that don't necessarily translate in a more linear way. Sometimes they do, but they don't necessarily, the information doesn't necessarily live in that more linear realm. And so the way it reads here, and this just feels like where we've come from, it's just that we've been having a hard time really, and maybe it's that really trusting our inner wisdom and really allowing what we know to shine through. You know, it's that feeling of just questioning. And to me, this is very relatable in my own experience as well. Yesterday for me felt very, very deep, dark, and murky. And I had a hard time trusting in my experiences to really be true and valid. And I feel like this energy, the way it's feeling to me here, this energy speaks to that sense of self-doubt and insecurity. You know, it's our inner truth. It's available for us to tap into. It's there. I guess you could say it's there to be accessed, but we don't always allow ourselves that access. And so from this position, it is easy to doubt ourselves. It is easy to temporarily lose our way, you know? It's like this is guidance that's just, it's a little bit clouded here. And then what it feels like we're in, that same kind of murkiness just carries over. So you have the moon, which again speaks to Cancerian energy. Cancer is ruled by the moon. And this, I feel like these two could be, I mean, not even just cousins, like sisters. You know, there's just that sense of psychic knowing and intuitive knowing and really following that through. I feel like that thread it's right there in both of these energies. And here you have the moon on its head with Seven of Swords. Now, swords speak to our intellect. They speak to what goes on in our mind. And this energy is sneaky, you know? Sometimes it translates as needing to just hold something really close and not let someone else in, or not let other people in on whatever plans are being developed. You know, sometimes there's a sometimes there's a place for this energy, just being secretive. But the way it reads here, it kind of feels as if we've been maybe just deceiving ourselves. Again, I know that when I get into this kind of headspace, I lose all confidence in what I know to be true on deeper levels. I doubt myself. My mind plays tricks on me. This is an energy that speaks to the mind playing tricks on us. And yeah, it's that feeling of like temporarily clouded vision. And at the same time, this energy going forward, here again, it's more water. So there's a lot of water, because Cancer is a water sign. This feels like balance. I mean, and I know I've said this in other readings, kings are air. So they speak to air, even as he's king of water. So he has that balance between air, which is the intellect, so the mind, and water, which are the emotions. So to me, this is a calmer, more balanced energy. And I do feel like this is the energy that we're coming into. I know for myself personally, I found myself better able to care for myself, better able to pull away from whatever tangle of thoughts has been going on up here, pull away enough to have a cup of coffee and do some kind of routine for myself and just take in the fresh air. Literally, I mean, we're talking about the air element, and to be able to go outside onto my balcony is such a blessing, right? To be able to refresh my mind and to refresh my spirit and to refresh my soul, really. But to have the presence of mind in order to make that happen, I feel as if I am better able to do that today. And this is energy that we are coming into. So yeah, I feel like, and I keep coming back to air, this energy is a breath of fresh air, in the same way that as human beings, we're not designed to live underwater. And water in and of itself has a lot of beauty to it and a lot of depth to it. There's that emotional undercurrent. There's the possibility for psychic knowing. But to have that balance between air that we breathe in and that refreshes us and that feels good against our skin. I love that it's turning to springtime. So we have that fresh air. It's so important as we recalibrate. Again, that theme of balance is such a beautiful one. So yeah, I feel as if this is speaking to being able to take in the air, being able to find ourselves again, being able to regain our perspective. I think that's what this is speaking to as we move forward. And then I also just pulled two of my artworks, and it's interesting because whereas very similar to the cards, the same cards can come up again and again and again, the same artworks were coming up again and again. These are different artworks. So what we have here is really beautiful, actually. What it's making me think of, what it's bringing to mind here is actually, I feel as if there's enough space within this that it's that same message of taking in air, allowing these beautiful elements within us to have enough breathing room and actually what's coming to me is as we take flight, as we as we allow our energies to lighten and shift and breathe, there's just this sense of freedom, you know? Yeah, and I'm getting that too, is there's this sense here with the blue, you have this throat chakra energy, which speaks to communication, you know? And then with this deep, deep purple, there's this feeling of psychic knowing. It's a very deep purple especially. There's that mysticism with deep purple. And so what it feels like here is that we're kind of in the process of, or moving towards, giving ourselves enough breathing room to know what we know, you know, to have our broader, fuller wisdom, to have there be room where we can actually hear that, you know, as we just allow ourselves to feel lighter and freer. So that's what I'm getting there. And then this is the other energy that I'm getting. Actually, the message that's coming to me here too, because it feels so much more cluttered, right? But the other sense that I'm getting is motion, you know? So it's almost as if we're coming through this place of self-doubt and murkiness into a place of greater clarity where we can kind of aerate our thinking, you know, we can allow the light in, the fresh air in, that feeling of relief in. I feel like this is speaking to some of that. And then as we do that, that also gives way to new ideas, new mental activity, greater sense of productivity and motion and life force. You know, this has a lot of life force in it. And then also, again, you have this energy at the top that, to me, it's speaking to ideas. It's speaking to, you know, with the that communicative blue energy here, it feels as if it's kind of like the energy that we're coming into, right? This more balanced energy, it feels like it can really give way to new ideas, new actions, new motion forward that's more aligned with who we are and what we hold true and what we value and what brings us satisfaction and joy and, well, life force. You know, there's so much more life in this energy that's, even as it can feel very cluttered, you know, it's like there's a lot going on. It feels like there will be a lot of new activity going on, you know. It also just feels like this is energy getting freed up, released. I don't know, maybe rechanneled into new projects. Again, new ideas, new little bursts of energy. That's actually what I'm getting from this. So, yeah, whereas this energy here, when we doubt ourselves, what we know to be true, you know, all that we know to be true kind of gets closed in on itself and temporarily, as Abraham Hicks would say, we lose access to it, right? So when we lose access to our truth, we can stagnate. You know, things just feel, there's a lot of trapped energy. There's a feeling of haziness and indirection, you know? But as we move toward kind of shining light on things and letting our thoughts breathe, this kind of feels like letting our inner knowing come back to the forefront, you know, because it was always there. It was just temporarily, we were just temporarily blocking it, right? Which is a very Abraham Hicks way of putting it. So as we return back to ourselves, then we pave the way for new motion forward. And again, new ideas, new sense of excitement. I feel like there's a lot of excitement in this energy and a lot of possibilities, you know? So yeah, I hope that you all have a more satisfying day. I hope that you stay open to the brilliant ideas that are just brimming, you know, that are there waiting for you to pick up on them and discover them and enjoy them and maybe revel in them. You know, I hope that you guys have a more satisfying day, a more balanced but also inspired day. Maybe this is about finding inspiration again and really feeling the joy that comes with owning what we know to be true. You know? Yeah, I hope that this was helpful, because we are powerful creators, as Abraham Hicks would say. We have so much potential to do amazing things and really realize amazing things for ourselves, for the people around us. We're catalysts for so much energy. And that's really a wonderful thing. I feel like that's the stuff of life. So yeah, again, I hope that you all enjoyed this reading. If you are interested in giving back to me and to this channel, please check out my Patreon. I've put a lot of work into it, and I'm proud of it. I'm proud of my ability to organize it, and speaking of new ideas, it's been a game changer for me. So yeah, if you're interested, please check it out. And yeah, I hope that you all have a wonderful day, and I will see you again soon. Bye for now.